The Gilded Age, though, on HBO. A new series premiering with Carrie Coons and Christine Baranski and
Yeah.
Cynthia Nixon.
Mm-hmm.
Some fun names on there.
Morgan Spector, who I liked quite a bit in
Yes.
Plot Against America. Yeah,
Mhm.
a lot of HBO veterans, honestly.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm gonna full disclosure, not really a fan of these sorts of period pieces, and I've made that known if you've ever followed the podcast. So going into this, I was skeptical if I was actually going to leave this first episode wanting to watch more, but I do, because I thought this first episode, for as much as it does a lot of table setting, it's 80 minutes long, so it's already a pretty bloated first episode. I think it does just enough where I'm like, there's enough dramas here going on. You get to see Carrie Coon like trying to like fight and claw her way into this social sphere.
Yeah,
Like
high
I'll watch
society.
this and just totally be on board with it. And I think also the time period is pretty fascinating. That it was 1880s New York City as they're
Correct.
trying to build up this ultra wealthy area around Central Park. So a lot of cool stuff here. How did you feel about the first episode?
Yeah, I agree. This is the Julian Fellows Downton Abbey follow up. Long time coming. At one point, this show is going to be on NBC, and I've seen the Downton Abbey film. Second one's coming out later this year. I've seen an episode here or there. This seems to be a bit of a shift from Downton Abbey, which was very clearly a upstairs downstairs class story. The landed family and the servants down below. The Gilded Age, as the name suggests, the time period, this is more of like a new money, old money thing between the rich. So I'm not really sure how much interplay with the servants we're going to get here. Definitely seems like the cast is quite large, though. But, like Succession, watching rich people have conflict with each other, I don't have to be relating to this to enjoy this. And I think, as you started, a lot of appealing, talented performers at the lead of this series. So has a lot of parts I like. Now, whether the conflict maintains enough drama to sustain itself, we just need to wait and see there. Like high society quibbles, it might feel a little superficial, conflict to conflict. So I'm curious to see how much that's sustained when we're not like dealing with the railroad robber baron tycoon type stuff. But you still have like that immaculate costume design and big production values, definitely bigger than what this show would have gotten if it was made at NBC. So I'm definitely interested in seeing where it goes, and will keep watching right now. But yeah, I think it's probably a tougher sell than something like Succession or Billions,
Oh
where
yeah.
there's like, I think, more tangible drama slash humor to latch onto here. Whereas this, you kind of have to be invested in this more uh, traditional form of storytelling, I think, kind of like how Downton worked.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good call and a good way to kind of summarize it. Um, I think they definitely try to do a lot with this. I mean, you have like you kind of laid out the Christine Baranski as Agnes versus Carrie Coon as Bertha Russell, or yeah,
Right.
Bertha I think is correct. And that kind of like old money, old guard, not wanting the new money to kind of come in, take over, and run their stratosphere. But then you also have Louisa Jacobson as the niece who's sent to live with
Right.
the aunts, and she's penniless, and you know not really used to this environment. So you got a little bit like the fish out of water thing. You have
Mm,
Denise Benton playing Peggy, this
right.
aspiring writer who's taken in as a worker for the family. And then that's kind of where you get like the downstairs of the show, like the maids and the workers,
Right.
servants. And then you got the young up and coming, I don't know, like nieces,
Generation.
nephews, generation,
Yeah.
and everything going on with them, including one of them being in probably secret gay relationship at this time. So
Mm, right.
there's there's a lot going on here, and You mentioned like the Morgan Spector of it all, where his character is just kind of doing these like cutthroat business deals and kind of wrecking shit as they're
Mhm.
making their way in New York City. There's a lot I think to latch onto. You can probably pick and choose the plots that you're invested in and tune your brains out for other parts of it. Which plot lines other than the new money, old money are you most invested in?
Yeah, I'd say the Peggy one has a lot of potential because that also is bringing race into this,
Right.
whereas the majority of this is about class. So seeing how that's handled, I think is important because obviously we know how that relationship worked at this time. Um, yeah, I mean, generally, I just want to see Carrie Coon just be
Yeah.
herself, which is one of the best actors in television, and her trying to uh, carve her way into this existing high society that isn't welcoming to her, despite the fact that she has everything everyone else has. I mean, let's see it. I'm down. Let's go.
Yeah, and where she left at the end of this episode, she seems pretty set that she's gonna like burn the world down before she's not like, accepted into the society. So excited to see where that goes for sure. I agree. I think the Denise Benton of it all as Peggy is really fascinating. You get that one scene with her and Marion on the train in the back where she's like, "Yeah, it doesn't smell like it does up there," and it
Mm.
seems like they're gonna be bringing some of these things into it. And probably tangling a pretty wicked web, if I had to say so. Um, yeah, I think I'm impressed with it only because I expected not to like this show, and I'm in. So
Yeah.
I think if you like dramas, if you like the drama, you're probably gonna leave with something that you like about this show for
Yeah.
sure.